Hello to everybody. I've been around many healers and modalities in my time, truck me I have. And today we have someone rather special. She was last on the show about 6 months ago, and it amazed me how fast and effective issues can be released and resolved. Today we'll be blessed with a live demonstration of the Yuen method, which is steeped in Chinese origins, and you won't want to miss that. Even get your issue resolved on the show live today. So you're definitely going to want to stick around for that. My special guest is not only a top-notch healer, but she's extremely intuitive. I would even say psychic. She's insightful, a dancer, actress, radio personality. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the happy guru, Dianna Lane, everyone. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Jenny, for having me.
Anyway, I tell you what, while I'm looking to share this out, I just wonder if you could give us an update to what you've been doing lately, Dianna, since you were last on the show 6 months ago.
I just came from a TV show. So it was the first episode of Fly. Fly stands for First Love Yourself. And that was pretty awesome. And I've been busy running trainings and dancing. I started a dance group for women and it was been really liberating. It's called Dance Yourself Free. And the three C's, the benefit that we get, 3 C's, 3 F's, and 3 S's. 3 C's, more courage, more confidence, more creativity. Um, 3 M's, more fitness, more fun and freedom. And the last 3 S's, more sassy, sensual, and sexy. So it's been phenomenal.
And you also went to a Tony Robbins workshop seminar, didn't you? Tony Robbins, did you enjoy that?
I believe that as a human being, we need to take care of ourselves in all the different dimensions, right? So Tony Robbins is talking a lot more about our thought and our emotions and how we need to take care of it that way. Yeah, and so for spiritual energy healing, so we've got modalities that we practice. Yeah, so I think that you have to do everything.
Yeah, that's right. We've got Ken Hart on the line. Good morning to you, Ken. We're so happy to have you.
So whoever's listening, do present your issues, and then we'll have a look. And if you get a chance to have your issue cleared on the spot, live, we're hoping for improvement on the spot.
I remember last time you were on the show, Diana, you said you've got 2 science degrees. And when I look at you, I see you're very creative. You're a dancer, you're creating posts and doing workshops, and doing all kinds of things. And I would have patted you down for more. Is the stereotypical right-brained, intuitive feeling person, which you are. A scientific degree seems very steep to brain facts and figures, technical information, that sort of thing. So, did you find it easy to balance the two? How did you find it? And what are your degrees even in?
I have 2 science degrees and the honors in human physiology. So the degrees are in biology and the human physiology was under the medical faculty. And interestingly, I got offered a medical scholarship as well. And that was a pivotal moment. I had to make a huge decision, like a scholarship, like fully funded medical school fees, right? So I had to make a decision. And at the point of time, the decision was this. I think I want to be on the preventive side rather than the curative side because sometimes I feel like our personality, our job will affect our personality. Our work environment will affect how we are in the world. And I know for a fact that I would change. I wouldn't be so carefree. I wouldn't be so light. I know you're surrounded by people complaining and maybe the cure would come a little too late. I think you need to be really strong to be able to assist people at that stage. Here I am on the preventive side. I chose this consciously. I think this is really fun and liberating to be on the preventive side.
Cool. Can you remind the viewers as well why you got into the Yuen method in the first place, the healing technique, which you even described as a healing technique? Why was your motive for getting into it?
My dad got sick in 2013 and he was a bookworm and he stopped reading completely. He was chronically depressed and anxious. He was put on psychiatric medicine. So we tried all the conventional medical therapies and it had a lot of side effects. And for me, I'm like, I'm really wanting a solution. I looked out, I contacted my friend who recommended that I go for meditation class. Change begins with yourself. They say Confucius says you want to change the world, you just got to work on yourself. Or Gandhi also says, be the change you wish to see in the world. So I went on a journey and I took different kinds of classes. I went for family constellations. And I realized, whoa, this is interesting. Finally, like being able to see and feel things. So I went on this journey, and finally in 2015, I experienced a method. And within months, I got really curious because I felt energy bubbling up my arm. And sometimes people, when they experience the method for the first time, they feel energy shifts, right? And you know something is working. So I had energy bubbling up my arm, and it's fascinating. And within months, my dad started reading again. And I'm like, whoa, we've been trying everything. Everything's been in place. But this one thing led to a huge shift. And it also led it to a huge shift in me because I was afraid of the limelight. And all of a sudden, within months, in September, I did my first video, and I've been doing thousands since then, but I didn't do a single video. I was petrified. I was afraid. And once I cleared the fear, once I learned from mentors and coaches to just get out there. Why? Because the world needs you. And someone's gonna benefit from your message. So it's been an amazing ride and journey. And yeah,
Cool. Cool. You mentioned about working on yourself being key and pivotal to this work. So how do you think anybody could do the Yuen methods and just do the mechanics of it, the steps of it, whatever? Or do you think that it's so important to do your own inner work and be very present with the person? Like, how long did it take you to become a proficient practitioner?
good question. I think, oh, that's a difficult question. How long does it take for a person to become a group practitioner? Interestingly, there was this NLP master practitioner in Singapore, and he's quite famous and prominent. And I went for an NLP workshop, and I'm like, okay, it's good, but I like the method that I think human beings like shortcuts, like things that it's really fast. So I'm like, I'm sticking to this method that I picked up because it's fast, and I'm just gonna hold my ability in it. He Within a few short months, he bought programs online, and he's doing like an accelerated fast track version. At the end of the day, I think it's about person ability to tune into their body and to their insight, with the combination of perception, intuition, and feeling. So it depends on how in tune you are with your body and intuition and trusting of it and going with it.
So, could you give us a brief explanation of how the Yuen method works?
Sure. For me, as a practitioner, when the client presents an issue, right, I will tune in to see on what level is the weakness. So basically, what I'm doing is I'm tuning in to see what is weakening for the person. So I would check, is it a physical issue or is it a non-physical issue? So I would check on which level. If it's a non-physical issue, be on a mental level, emotional level, spiritual, right? What was the last one? Psychological. Okay.
Yes.
Psychological, which is like repeated modes of thinking and emotions in a person, repetitive, and it's not beneficial. So I would check. And then after that, we would just clear. And within minutes, we don't really go into the detail of it. Within minutes, I would just check with the client, how do you feel? And usually they were like, they look for the thing because it's gone. Whereas before, they could talk for hours about the issue. So the key takeaway, if people in this, number one is really do not over talk. Because when we have an issue and when we tend to talk about it, it gets bigger and bigger, and then we feel worse because this whole be careful who you speak with. There are certain individuals who are really insightful. They even to give you something insightful or bring something to light, and that's great. But in general, it's highly recommended not to over talk about your issues, not to overthink about it. Yeah, and to the whole goal of the method is to become neutral.
Yeah, that's right. I remember you helped me last time with an issue I had, and afterwards it was like I just forgot about it. Like hours, days would go past. Like, oh yeah, I used to have that issue, and in fact, you end up helping me with quite a few things on that
The
session.
hours, remember,
Revolving doors used to drive me crazy. Used to be absolutely insane inside. I'd be boiling. I'd be like, I'd be like a raging lunatic. But now it's even 6 months later, it still doesn't bother us. I'm like,
that's
I'm
so beautiful over here. Thanks for the update.
and it did used to drive us nuts. Isabel's has just popped on, who you know. She's saying, hello, lovely people. Hi, Isabel. So glad you joined us. So awesome to have you here. I can't actually see if there's anyone online. Be Live TV. You should tell you how many people online. We used to do all kinds of things, which you doesn't seem to do anymore.
So if you have any issues at all, please share it in the comments and I'll have a look. For that, I will do a general strengthening for everybody.
We've got Bob. Hey, Bob, it must be crazy early o'clock in the morning where you are in the States. So yeah, if you could do a group general strengthening exercise, give us a little demonstration. And that way everybody on the call gets something anyway. And as Dianna said, if you've got anything specific you want to work on, just obviously drop us a line.
So if you have any issue at all, just present it in a short few words or a sentence in the comments and I'll be reading. Okay, so let's start with everyone just tune into their bodies and feel how they are right now. Okay, so I just need you to tune in just to have a sense of how you feel. And you also can give yourself a rating. So if you're feeling like anxious for no reason, okay, you can give a rating from 0 to 10, 10 being really bad. So you could give a rating. So just generally in the group itself, I feel the anxiety rating is around 7. So I'm just tuning in as a group. Collectively, I'm doing strengthening and everyone listening to this, whether live or after the replay, you will still get the strengthening. Okay. You will still feel the benefits. So let's work on it. So I'm going to strengthen everyone's brain, spinal cord, and especially the diaphragm. It feels a little bit contracted. So I'm going to strengthen the diaphragm. And I could actually verbalize or not verbalize it. It's still going to work. Breathing deeply, breathing shallow. Okay, there's a lot of shallow breathing in the group. So I'm going to strengthen everyone's shallow breathing. Delete the weaknesses there. And by the way, not to gross you out or anything, just have to tell everyone I'm a burp-o-meter. So it's like clear attempt to like burp. And sometimes I vomit, but whatever it is, it works. Improvements can be seen after. So the anxiety has tuned in to yourself. It has shifted a little bit. So I'm going to strengthen everyone's sternum and strengthen everyone's right and left sides to be more even and equal. Strengthen everyone's torso and even everyone out. So there's some things about the past that is causing people to feel anxious. So let's go and clear all of the past and all the cumulative effects of the past. And it affects the diaphragm quite a fair bit. So strengthen the diaphragm to reset, rejuvenate, recharge, and renew. Strengthen the breathing, like the kind of breathing, whether it's deep, shallow, or no breathing, it's even and equal. Strengthen the breathing centers in the brain. So I'm going to strengthen everyone's fitness, which is combination of agility, coordination, endurance, speed, strength, and flexibility. So the weakest thing is flexibility. So the flexibility is about times are changing so fast. So some people are having issues with catching up regarding technology. So I'm going to strengthen everyone's speed, strengthen everyone's speed up to the speed of the planet so that everything we're on top of things now. Strengthen everyone to be on top of things, delete all slowness, stagnation, congestion. Yeah. If you tune in to, do you feel different? You have to speak for the group.
Yeah, in my case, I was feeling nausea. It was just energy. It was about a 6 or 7 nausea. I would sit not there. Done. And Isabel is saying, let's get the message up on the screen. How about a clearing, strengthening about these fast changing times in our society? That's what you incorporated a little bit into what you've just done as well.
Even read that, and I was just saying that, okay, looking at what she say, yeah, Ken, yeah, it's calmer for sure because I felt the anxiety level of the group shift into so much more calm. Thanks for the feedback, Ken. Okay, there's an issue regarding time that people are experiencing right now. What is it due to? It's change. So strengthen everyone to the change. Okay, so I'm getting that people are being affected by people changing their mind, your own and other people. Because times change, people change their minds, right? I'm going to strengthen everyone to changing time, changing minds about things, changing. Okay. I'm getting a little bit of stress regarding projects that you're presented with. So I'm going to strengthen everyone to their one project strong. The moment there's three, people become a little bit weak and shaky. So I'm going to strengthen everyone to different number of projects so that you're able to handle the projects with ease, that you're agile, you're able to coordinate well. Endurance, there's a bit of weakness to endurance, which is a sign of like people being tired and also not wanting to work. So we kind of clear that from people like not wanting to work. And this thing about time and speed, there's this thing in the group about being left behind and feeling bad and terrible about it. So generally going to strengthen everyone to the ancestors of any ancestors that have been left behind. Delete the pattern, just come out and clear that pattern of being left behind and everyone's going ahead. So we're going to clear that from everyone. So there's a sense that the money system is unfair. And there's the whole thing that we all say the rich gets richer and the poor gets poorer. And there's a feeling that is really unjust. And then you get stuck. We're going to clear that from us, first and foremost, strengthen us to the different systems that is out there. So strengthen us to governments, to the systems that is created. So strengthen to the insurance system, strengthen to the medical system, education system, transportation system, and systems. Okay, so it seems like quite a number of people who have tuned in are just weak to being in any system. Freedom in the group is really strong, and being part of a system is really weak. So we don't want to be weak to anything. The whole point is that we want to be neutral and calm to anything so that we can just pursue our goals and not be held back in any way. So I'm going to strengthen the eye socket, the under eye. It's tired. So strengthen different parts of the eyelid, under eye muscles, different parts of the eye. Strengthen us to be on top of the game. Strengthen us to be okay with it all. Strengthen us to do our part. Strengthen us to now system is feels stronger. So strengthen us to create a system that works for each and every one of us, whether it's in the home, whether it's in your community, in your society, in your workplace. Strengthen you to systems that actually work for you so that you be more proficient and fit, agile, being able to coordinate. And so when there's a particular issue in one area, usually there's weaknesses in other areas. So what I'm getting is the right neck, strengthen the right neck, delete all pain in the necks in the world. People who are pain in the necks to us. So strengthen us, all of us, to our parents, to our father. I'm going to strengthen The moment I say father, the stuff coming out. So strengthen everyone's acceptance, understanding, forgiveness, and strengthen all the exit portals so all these energies can and delete any inflammation, especially in the gut, stomach. So strengthen digestion, like inability to digest some things that happen in our life. So strengthen digestion, elimination, assimilation, and quick detoxification of anything that's non-beneficial. Yeah. Okay, got it. So Ken, let me know how you feel. If you feel a change in your legs, because I do feel a shift. Yeah. Isabel's teeth. I do feel the receding gum is more of an issue than teeth for now. So we'll talk about the gums receding. The receding gum is related to pain in life, mental pain. It's related to suffering. So it's related to suffering in all. Oh, thanks for that update, Ken. Ken was saying that he had a left leg issue and now the numbness is cleared. Yeah, and it will continue to strengthen on and on. Drink more water, have good rest, take good care. Okay, let's then the receding gum related to pain and suffering from many lifetimes. So we're going to clear all the pain and the suffering in this lifetime and all other lifetimes. And a lot of it stems from the mind, Mhm. mental suffering, or mental torture. So I'm going to put mental torture, suffering, and pain in a triad. I'm going to delete it from triggering the gums. So the gums receding, it's like being affected by everyone saying that it cannot be cured. So delete the concept, the belief, the collective thinking about gums not being able to grow back. So we've got people healing from paralysis, with people getting the diagnosis they'll never walk again and never talk again. So many people keep achieving miracles. So strengthen the miracle of gums growing back. Gum growing back, hair growing back, the spine realigning itself. We are able to regenerate every single part of our body. So delete it being impossible in our mind, in our thoughts. Delete, mm, strengthen everyone to clear their mind and delete any non-beneficial thoughts. So after post session, like the days to come, just be a little bit more aware of your thoughts. If it doesn't serve you, let it go. uh, and let go of any emotion, like strengthen to release the emotion. So when you're thinking of, like certain emotions, okay, this is the tip. If you have any emotions that arise, think of your spine and strengthen to release the emotion. Let me release the emotion. Don't yeah. Okay. Teeth receding. It's still sore because of the tooth. The nerve is exposed to the air, and the air makes it like sensitive. Sensitive. Yes, sensitive. Definitely sensitive. The nerves. Want to strengthen the nerves, the blood supply, strengthen the nerve endings, strengthen regrowth, strengthen all the stem cells in the body to regenerate, delete oversensitivity on the emotional level, physical level, or mental level. Delete that. Okay, this has shifted. So Isabel, let me know if you feel differently about it.
Beautiful. Nice one. Yeah. Oh, I was tapping into the center. I've got a sensitive tooth as well, and I've got to use Sensodyne toothpaste, and it works. But every now and again, I get breakthrough. To say, yeah, so I'll take that a go.
Oh, delete any threats with your to and gum and the jaw, and so strengthen all the bones, the teeth, and the gums.
Isabel saying she's feel a warm tingling and a smile that is filled with love. No,
What about your teeth and your gums? You must have shifted, right? Okay.
yeah,
Oh, their teeth break. Oh my gosh, breaking is a weakness. I'll have to look at that a little bit. And when energy is shifted, we feel better, and so that's great. The break is about when I hear break, there is something there that I need to clear. So let me tune into that. The first thing that comes up is heartbreak. So it's like a present within your body, whether okay, it is inside. So anyone who's having heartbreak right now, so just tune into yeah. So it's nothing about the past, it's just heartbreak now. And it's affecting non-physically. It can manifest in a physical way. But I'm getting a lot of emotions that are stuck, primarily in the chest region. So I'll tune it to that. Strengthen and clear it from the diaphragm, the actual heart itself. Strengthen, and so all these emotions can clear. Like a sense of not being loved back. Um, so anyone who just feels not being loved back, so let's clear it now. Not being loved back. Feeling unloved, delete that so that we can feel more balanced and neutral and have a neutral kind of love that just doesn't affect us. I'm getting quite a fair bit of people here affected by love songs, and then it affects our emotion. Just delete being overly affected by love songs or crappy songs or songs with bad lyrics. Just generally, I love looking at lyrics of songs, and I'm very particular. And when they're like out of 100, a lot of it's about the not so good things in life, and there's only a few, like 3%. It's empowering, lifting, uplifting, strengthening. Yeah. So strengthen our subconscious to only tune into what's beneficial for us and strengthen us to dig out the weed of things that are not benefiting us and strengthen us to be okay with whatever we hear, whatever we see, whatever suffering and issues that we see or hear, negativity. I'm getting that quite a number of us are affected by complaints and grumpy people. Like it's a pet peeve. It's a pet peeve, like people complain and who are stuck in their patterns. So strengthen us to honor, accept, understand, be a role model, and be unaffected by people who are complaining, who are grumpy, who are irritable. Strengthen them to clear that in our presence, maybe, and strengthen us to be disconnect and not be affected by it or not to take it on. Delete us taking it on and to delete us feeling sad and emotional, like to be empathetic, which is like to see the issue but not taking it on, to see the issue, to to, to honor and see it but not take it on. Strengthen us to detach, disconnect from any issue that has been presented to us. So now when I look at break, as well, it's a lot better now.
wonderful, cool. Thank you very much. You've given us a great insight and a demonstration and real, see the real value of how you work, deal with the real issues that are important to people live here on the stream. I know and we were talking before he came on, and you've got a special offer for those who are watching now, those on the live, sorry, on the replay. So if you're watching now or catching the replay, if you want to book in for a one-on-one session with Diana via Zoom or Skype or whatever, we normally charge the equivalent of £80 for a session, whatever that equates to in your particular currency. You just do a Google Pipe. And if you book in and see that Danny sent you watch the live stream, you can get a discount. You get a one-on-one session for £63. So that's quite a nice, worthwhile save. And I must admit, I've got a session booked in right after the show with Diana, and I had one last time 6 months ago, and it's topping on as I was on cloud nine. I'm telling you, honestly, I'm not kidding. You're so intuitive, so psychic. You were telling us that I needed shopping. You were telling us that my freezer was quite empty. And I was like, no way. And it was. I didn't need to go shopping. I didn't have much food in the freezer. I need to go and do a big shop. Things like that. Telling us what foods I needed to change, what that would invigorate me, the ones that I needed to avoid. It just went on and on. Things that were driving me nuts, no longer doing 6 months later.
Well, I'm interested. One went with an hour. What were some issues that you remember that completely disappeared?
Oh, the door situation at work. Our work connects to a revolving door. And even though we've got a huge sign up saying 5 people at a time, only one trolley and all this sort of cram in. And sometimes there's 15, 17 people trying to cram in into the one section and wonder why it stops turning. And even though they just can't wait a couple of seconds to get to the next one. So I'm then going to drive us nuts. People would be, I don't want to say it too much, but it drove us nuts. And how it didn't. I'll just say it for what it is. I'm like, okay. Trying to think what else. There was so many things. My attitude towards relationships was quite closed off, and now it's not. I'm more
Yeah.
open possibility. Yeah, and there was just so many things that money as well. I had a glass ceiling towards income, which now don't. That's been smashed. The other key things that I remember. Like I say, if anyone wants to take Diana up on that, just there's the best just to send you a message on Facebook or
Yeah, just send me a message on Messenger, Facebook Messenger.
else. Tina, again, you're a boss. Love watching you work. Thank you. Kelsey and all. That's lovely. Love you, Danny. Thank you. Appreciate you. You do some awesome. Ken is Karen Richardson's dad, and he's the quiet ones you've got to watch. He's very gifted. He's very humble as well. And there's so many facets to what he can do and his skills as well. He's also seen thank you, Diana, as well. Yes. So I don't know if you've got any final thoughts, Diana. Fine if you haven't.
I think that it's great to I don't see you on a private session. I highly recommend a private session. I don't see you, I'll see you on a live session with Danny again, maybe. Be really nice. And what else is there to say? Drink lots of water. And then the ending, what I do is strengthen every day for your highest good. Strengthen into infinite potential and strengthen all the visions that have been done on this video to minus infinity. And for those of you who just tune in, like after the live, you will still receive the benefit. Okay. And keep us posted. So the cool thing is one of my friends asked me, like he's not so aware. And the interesting thing, when I first started, I wasn't so aware. So Danny, you must have done a lot of work on yourself because you are really sensitive and aware. And you said you went back your life and you realized, oh, I'm not affected by that anymore. That is what happens. Like different areas of our life gets improvement, even things that we didn't address. And that's, I think, so super cool. It's like house cleaning. I feel like I compare this work to like house cleaning. If you haven't cleaned your house for a while, you probably need more work done. If you've been doing it on a regular basis, yeah, you probably need less of session. And people ask, does it last? Some things get cleared, like phobia. I've had clients with lifelong phobias, and the phobias just disappear. Yeah. And sometimes some issues present themselves, for example, shoulder pain. I think there is clearing percentages and then it gets reduced. And I recommend you try out different modalities, whether it's massage, whether it's realignment work, cranial saver work, whatever it is. I feel like each one reduces it more and more. So take good care of yourself in every area, physically, mentally, kind to yourself, think with thought, emotion. Also, it's really so linked to our emotions. So think with thought. I love backward doctor's affirmations and I love affirmations for myself. So what is your favorite affirmation, Danny?
Don't use them, to be honest.
Okay.
I because they can be double-edged. If, like to me, if you're working on an area of weakness in your life, you've got lots of intentions in your subconscious mind, and you're saying that you're a certain way and you're not, and it can be like can really be counterproductive. No, you can actually feel, and
Totally agree with what you're saying. So I think that whatever comes up, the resistance needs to be cleared first. And then you need to find an affirmation that totally sits well with you so that you can feel at ease with it. So I can totally hear what you're saying. If you say something that is not true, then your whole body reacts to it. So we don't want those kind of affirmations. We need affirmations or declarations or whatever it's called that makes us feel at ease or aligned with. So my favorite, whenever something is tough and I want to share with everybody, it's all is well and all is
yeah, yeah, you mental it. Juliet, saying thank you as well. Thank you for being on this live stream. We invite you to share this out. It's full of love. It's full of inspiration. It's full of value. And as Dianna says, even if you're watching the replay, you will still get energetic value from doing so. You'll still get the strength needs, etc. Drop Dianna a line if you want to book a one-on-one session to recommend, or if you just want to connect with her. And we look forward to see you all next time. Take care. God bless. All the best for now.